I said, it didn't stay long. After Watch Stacks, I was gone. I left. I got the Earth, Wind, Fire.
So Jessica called you, Jessica Cleaves.
Jessica called me, Jessica Cleaves, yeah. I was in Memphis, and said, hey, Roland quit. We need a guitar player.
Did you even know about them before that? Did you know about Earth, Wind, and Fire?
I had heard of them. I think the record that they had that I knew was I Think About Love in You. Remember that? Mm-hmm. That was their first record. That was the only thing I knew. And there was a whole other band. All the guys from Earth, Wind, and Fire were from Chicago. And I heard something happened and they all broke up and Maurice started a new, Earth, Wind, and Fire started a new band. That's how I got in. Ronnie Laws, Roland Batista. It was just him and Verdine from the old group.
So all of those guys quit. They were called the Salty something.
Salty Peppers.
Salty Peppers before that. Mm-hmm. And everybody had relocated from Chicago. Mm-hmm. And that didn't work.
For some reason, yeah. Between Maurice and them, something clashed, something didn't work out. So he just started a new band. He had a deal with Warner Brothers, and that fell apart once the band broke up. And he got a new deal. Clive Davis signed him.
CBS.
Yeah, the CBS. The Earth, Wind, before I got with him. The CBS that got signed, it was Larry Dunn, Jessica, Ronnie Laws, Verdine, Michael, another guitar player named Michael. I remember him. I can't remember his last name.
So there was another guitar between Roland and you?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I forgot Michael something. I knew him, and God, it's been years since I've seen him. But yeah, he was there first. And when I got the call, by the time I got there, Ronnie Laws had left, Andrew Woolfolk was there, Larry Dunn was there, Philip Bailey was there.
Is your boy
Andrew,
Ralph?
Yes,
there?
Ralph was the drummer because
right.
Maurice came up front and started singing. So Ralph played drums, but
where's the horn section? Are they there?
Wasn't no horn section. It was just Andrew. Mm-hmm. And the band was funky, man. I mean, it wasn't all this ba-da-ba, wasn't all them horns. It was just us.
Just the rhythm section.
9 guys on stage, yeah. Rhythm section and a horn. 9 guys? Might have been 8 because it was only one drummer. We had 2 drummers at one time.
Was Johnny Ralph there?
No, there was no
So
Johnny.
you were there before Johnny?
Oh, Johnny replaced me. Remember, I had been working with Isaac, got to know people, so I started contracting for Stax Records, and they were trying to move to L.A. Do you remember when Stax was trying to make that move to Los Angeles? Yeah. I put together bands for different groups, Soul Children, Johnny Taylor, a couple of places. I would show up, put a band together. Most of the time I'd play, but a lot of times I wouldn't. I even got a credit, of course I don't see it, for contracting Watch Stacks.
So you said Johnny replaced you?
Yeah, Johnny. Now here's what happened. Earth, Wind, and Fire had a gig, and Stax had called me to put a band together for Johnny Taylor or whoever it was, appealing at the Whiskey. And I told Maurice, I said, sometimes we might clash. I said, I'm a contractor for Stax, and some days you might have a gig and I may have to do, so can we just,
schedule them different?
Yeah,
what?
I try to work around it. Well, Maurice obviously got pissed. So I don't know how they heard about Johnny. Somebody sent him Johnny's name or something, and Johnny could play now. There was no bull about it. I mean, we play entirely different, but he could play. So Johnny made 2-3 gigs. I got a phone call. Yep.
And you got fired.
Yeah. No, this was before. Johnny came after I was already gone.
Oh, okay.
I didn't show Johnny nothing. Johnny had to go there and learn the music. It was just, they fired me 2 nights I didn't show with them.
So you didn't show up for gigs?
I didn't show for gigs. I told Maurice, I said, hey, I got to do this Stax thing. And he was like, well, you got to make a choice, you know. And then I was making $200 a week with Earth, Wind and Fire, you know, and this I was making damn near that a night. So I said, I'm going to do this gig, and I'll come on back. You want me to send you a guitar player that'll replace me till I get back? Oh, no, that's okay. And I should have known by the way he said it.
We got it covered.
I wasn't coming back. Yeah, I was fired, man, and the thing about it, I kind of missed them. You know, I kind of like, we were all the same age. I remember I was working with Sammy and all the old farts.
Right.
This was, you know, some guys like, hey, man, we play the same. This is great. So, yeah, I was a little taken by it, but I didn't trip on it. So I went on. And I get a phone call from Maurice asking, could I make Thanksgiving dinner at his house? I said, what? I said, yeah, I guess so. And I asked my girl at the time, she said, yeah, you know, you go, you know, you like them and stuff. You know, I got to get, you know, my ego.
Yeah.
But I lowered the ego down, the hat fit. And I went, and I remember we were all sitting around laughing and just talking, you know, just before dinner. And Larry Dunn, I remember his hair caught on fire. Yeah, Maurice's chick had a lot of candles. Marilyn had a lot of candles, and his hair caught on fire. And we sat down and said grace, and then Maurice said, yeah, man, we want you to come back. I said, oh, really? You know, I don't even remember if Johnny was there. I don't remember seeing him there. I know Philip and Larry and Ralph and the guys. I knew Andrew and Verdine. But that was it, and I went, yeah, okay.
I'm gonna stop you there.
Okay.
Have you made any records with them at this time? You just playing stuff that it.
Yeah.
What are you playing?
Guitar.
I know, but what songs are you playing?
Top 40. We played I Don't Want to Be Lonely Tonight. Power was, you know, they had that one album that I wasn't on, one with Roland. It was called Last Days and Times.
With Keep Your Head to the Sky.
No, that was the one I played. Yeah,
yes,
I did Keep Your Head to the Sky. This was Last Days and Times. I don't think there was a hit on the record. There was like, Where Have All the Flowers Gone, and you know, songs, but there weren't no hits. You know?
Right.
In fact, I did like a couple of them that Maurice did called "Come On Children," and there was two songs Maurice did. Mom. He wrote a song about his mother that was really nice.
Yeah, Keep Your Head to the Sky.
Keep Your Head to the Sky. Yeah, that's the first one I did.
Remember.
I did. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, first one. And it was Keep Your Head to the Sky. Then we did, you know, Open Our Eyes, and That's the Way of the World. And so they kind of went from there. But
so you contracting, you making more money contracting. Mm-hmm. You definitely, I must not see the potential of Earth, Wind and Fire at this time.
Man, I had played with so many bands. You know, they're good, but it's another band. But this contracting with a record company, I'm figuring, hey, you know, Stax is moving here. This could be the bread and butter.
So let me ask you this. Johnny hasn't played on any records. You haven't played on any records. Mm. The last record is Last Days of Time, and things are about to change. Maurice asked you to come back. Do you know why?
Yeah, I do.
What? Why?
Because there was no groove. When I joined them, they were all jazz oriented. You know, they wanted to be this and that and the other. I'm the one that was grooving, smiling at the girls and everything. I think, what? Then Verdine started doing it. Then Verdine and I started a whole show by ourselves. We used to be on separate sides of the stage and used to come up and do these things in the middle, and we laugh and go back to our side.
I saw that at the Olympia.
After
y'all was huge.
Yeah.
Y'all do that thing.
Yeah.
I was just like, I gotta meet them.
And I heard some girls from New Orleans say, yeah, we saw it. I liked that part when they was getting together and they was keeping up. I heard talk like that in 25 years, you know. But yeah, it was cool, man. And Verdine and I made a show out of it. And then everybody started joining in. But everybody was cool. When I got there, nobody moved. There was no smiling or nothing. They were jazz artists. That's what they thought. That's where the look they were doing. Philip loved Nancy Wilson and all, you know, they were. I probably brought more rock and roll and R&B music than they had. And Maurice, they did I Don't Want to Be Lonely Tonight, but the way the Isley Brothers did it, they did, we used to do, what was it? Get back, Jack, do
Steely
it
Dan.
again. Steely Dan. We did a couple of Steely Dan tunes.
You a cover band.
Cover band.
Earth, Wind & Fire, the cover band.
That's what we started, a cover band. But we played it so fucking different and stronger than anybody ever heard it. Man, them cats, Larry Dunn and Verdine, crazy, man. It was like, this is some new shit here.
And you started all, you guys, before you were making records, where were you playing?
Where was I playing?
Where was Earth, Wind & Fire gigging? What were they doing?
Before I joined the band?
No, even when you first got in. College campuses, right?
Oh, that's all we did.
Yeah.
Colleges, man, Howard, man, was one of our favorite places, you know. But yeah, all college gigs, all down south, all Midwest, East Coast. I mean, that's what it was. And loved it, man. You know, kids our age, man, girls, man, it was monster
Rock
time,
and
you know.
roll.
Yeah, rock and roll, man. You know, and we were all like in our early 20s, you know, and we drove ourselves to the gig, lowered our stuff up, set it up ourselves, street clothes,
And
Zyler and Zyler.
No records, right?
No records.
This is before you got records. So you're doing what you're done with the Silvers again.
Yeah. Yeah, Silvers didn't have a record either. Yeah, they did top 40.
But Maurice is building something to compose. You got a record deal.
Maurice had a concept,
Yeah.
you know, and he, I think, picked the guys that he heard or saw or thought they could help him fulfill what he was trying to hear. Because he wanted to build a black opera. Maurice was always talking about, I just build a black opera. I went, oh, okay. I went along with it. I didn't know how. And then, I mean, some of the clothes that we wore were like stuff you would see, you know, in a big theater or big, you know, or operas or whatever, you know. But and Philip being a high tenor.
That's very operatic.
Yeah, very operatic. And Maurice, he was a baritone, and hey, it worked. And when they sang, everybody didn't know that's two voices. When you hear those, that's two voices sounding identical. That's Philip and Maurice.
Maurice is doing the falsetto?
Oh, he's doing the falsetto too. A lot of people don't know. They think that's all Philip. That's Maurice and Philip. Maurice is the one with the ideas.